So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to our wonderful webinar on trading and investing. My name is Thomas, and I'm very happy to see you all in our today trading session and educational session. And if my screen is visible and my voice is audible, so please drop some message in our chat right next to the webinar window. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced investor, this webinar will be helpful because we are going to learn what the upcoming week holds for us in terms of fundamental news, economic calendar, and also some trading ideas that I will be gladly sharing with you in regards to technical analysis and other stuff. And during this webinar, you can ask me questions. You can ask me all sorts of questions you want or prefer. And if I'm able, I will gladly provide my answers. If not, then I'll probably take some time to think about them and will provide you with some answers next week. So guys, it's a pleasure doing this webinar for you. So yeah, so feel free to write any questions that you want. So yeah. I'll be waiting for them. So I hope you are all interested in trading in stocks, in forex, and in FTT mode of trading, which is basically the main thing that you can get here with our trading platform. So why are you in the fourth? Why are you in the? All right, so that's a good question. So why are you in the 4-hour time frame? Okay, so Mr. Anbu Selvan refers to this. So my time frame is 4 hours. So basically, I was just looking at some trades that I opened on Forex. I actually opened them just recently. I have a few trades that I've been holding on to since last week, which are basically Brent and gold. I opened them last week. And here is the explanation. The explanation is actually quite simple because when you trade Forex, you actually want to be using higher time frames because usually your duration or your like time frame or time horizon in this case is usually bigger than when it comes to FTT mode of trading. So with FTT mode of trading, we all trade usually short-term impulses or short-term like maybe 1, 2, 3 candlesticks away from the current price. And when it comes to forex mode, so usually you want to hold that trade for a little bit longer time. Okay, so you wanna hold it for maybe 1, 2 weeks. Some of my trades I've been holding them since very long time ago. And I also like to mention that, of course, guys, you can also invest in stocks or some other assets which are available also on our platform, like stocks mode or forex mode with the minimum multiplier on stocks, and you can actually hold onto those positions for months and even years. And of course, why I like forex so much and why I talk about the benefits of forex so much is that with FTT mode of trading, unfortunately, that's kind of like the mechanics of it. That's the mathematics, and it's kind of hard to argue with mathematics. But the truth is that you in every trade you risk yes, of course, you can get a relatively, not just relative, you can really get a strong income profit from each trade, which can be up to 90 or 92%. That's probably the maximum amount percentage that you can get with the expert status on our platform. But at the same time, your risk always equals pretty much the amount that you invest in a trade, and that is 100%. Now, with Forex, the beauty is that with one trade, you can risk, say, 50% or even less, and potentially you can get the profit of 200%, 500%, maybe 1000%. So your risk to reward ratio usually can make up to 3 to 1 or 10 to 1 or 20 to 1. So that means that your risk in a trade is limited. You risk a little bit, and potentially you can get a quite significant amount of profit. So that's a huge advantage of Forex over FTT mode of trading. But of course, Forex lacks the speed. So it sometimes takes months and even, well, days, weeks, and even months to actually get that profit. But of course, market conjecture can be different, and during certain phases of the market activity, you can actually make huge gains within a very short span of time. All right, off to the next question. Why Euro USD down? All right, so let's talk about the Euro USD. So what do I see with this Euro USD? What did I see here? All right, so Euro USD. Yes, we are rebounding a little bit, but I think we are about to observe this head and shoulders formation. We have left shoulder, we have head, and we have right shoulder. And also I start seeing this kind of choppiness with especially on 4-hour time frame. And if we extend our, okay, so let me do some drawing. Okay, so if we connect these lines here, we are going to see why I see what I see with that. Okay, so hold on, going back to 4-hour time frame, and then, oh, not a vertical line, yeah, like a trend line. So yeah, we have this upcoming resistance level right next to the current price. So that's basically why this trade is in the downwards direction. All right. So next question. Whenever I trade on Forex, I get on loss side. Well, let me tell you about this Forex risk management. Okay, I just want to find. So with Forex, I'll just use the courtesy of Google, right, in this case. So the beauty of Forex is that we can have leverage, right? So we have the power of leverage, and basically, if we have a leverage, or we call it multiplier with OLYMP TRADE platform, so for example, 2 to 1. Okay, so it means that when you invest $1,000, you're actually purchasing power, or like buying power, can be called by different, it goes by different names. So money value profit of 1%, just 1%. So all percent change gets multiplied by 1, or by the leverage itself, by the multiplier itself. So guys, the beauty is this. So you take this leverage 2, and then your trade position gets multiplied by 2. That's pretty much it. So yeah, and your rate on return, like basically multiplier 2, it means that instead of 1,000, you now have the buying power of 2,000. If you have a multiplier of 100, then it goes to 100,000. Now here is the tricky part. Here comes the tricky part. So the tricky part is that usually when people or why traders lose money on Forex is that they haven't really mastered this principle of leverage just yet. And oftentimes, even if you have a you've predicted the correct direction of a trade, and then oftentimes you get kicked out of the position because your leverage or your multiplier is not really compatible with the current market conjecture situation on the market. So that is quite important to actually work on that thing first and foremost. And another thing that I would like to mention, of course, with Forex, and what I like about Forex, is that you don't really need to have so many profitable trades. You only need to have one profitable trade out of 4. So 1 out of 4. Isn't it so difficult? I mean, when it comes to FTT mode of trading, your break-even point, the point where you basically stop losing money, equals probably like 53, at least 53%, at least. And it's better to have, say, 55. So serious money, interesting money, you start making once your profitability ratio goes up to maybe 200, up to 60 or 65% winning trades. And that can be difficult, in fact, right? So even though we have less time for every trade, but that can be difficult. Now, when it comes to Forex, all you need to do is you need to have one profitable trade out of 4, because that profitable trade is going to cover up the loss of the previous 3 or 4 trades. And that's a huge difference. Okay, so that's a huge difference, guys. And not many people realize the power of like multiplier and the power of Forex trading and the power of actually risk management. So that's the beauty of Forex, because you don't really need that many profitable trades. Of course, the higher the number of profitable trades, the faster your capital grows, but it doesn't have to be like 55%. I mean, like with 55% profitable trades on Forex and maintaining that risk to reward ratio of 3-to-1, imagine how much money you could make. That would be, well, probably tens of thousands of dollars per month for sure. But that is not so easy, of course, and you have other factors that play a very important role when you start trading Forex, and you notice them further down the road. All right. Sir, I'm using martingale. What to do if I lose 6 trades continuously? Well, there is a proverb or an expression or saying that goes like this. So you should prepare, like at first prepare, but once you've prepared, act. Okay, so in this case, you need to decide whether, like, what would be your, for example, if you start with $10. Okay, let's do some simple calculations. So your first step is going to be $10 per trade. The second one it's 20. Then imagine it's 40, 80, 160, and 320. Okay, so in reality, it'll be close to probably 400, because you need to multiply by 2.1 at least, not by 2.0, right? So you need to actually you actually need to consider what you do in this case before you actually start trading, because you cannot change the horses like halfway down the road. I know if you have this expression in your language, but once you started, you need to execute your plan. And if your plan only includes 6 trades, and then after 6, maybe if you have 6 losing trades in a row, according to the martingale principle, and then you should stop. If your deposit is strong enough that it can withhold the pressure of 7 trades or 8 or 9 or even 10 losing trades in a row, well, in this case, you need to go and execute the system. So when it comes to trading, all you need to do is you need to be prepared, and you need to do a lot of preparation, so to say, on the ground. And once you are in the scene, once you're in the actual Forex fighting, you cannot you should always be thinking, but you shouldn't be sort of like thinking to yourself, so is this a good strategy? Is this a good money management strategy? Is this a good approach? No, you should, once you've started, you should commit, and then once the cycle is over, for example, your martingale cycle is over, then you stop and you're like, all right, so now let's reflect on what was just happened. Okay, so if your trades were like, so yeah, it's So if your system includes 5 steps of martingale, then on the 5th you should stop. If you can afford risking a little more and you can risk up to 6, 7 steps in the martingale system, then well, yeah, then pretty much in this case go ahead and do it. So it's yeah, that's how it works. All right. Another question. Hi Thomas, how can I become a successful trader, and on FTT what is the best time frame and duration? So let me start with the second part of your question. And if I were you, if I were a beginner trader, probably I would do the same thing. I would probably start with 1 minute time frame, and I probably won't say something revolutionary here. I would probably start with 1 minute time frame and duration of trades 3 minutes. Probably that's my default time, and I prefer it. And I think it. Well, I know for sure that this generates me money. That generates income for me, and also this is kind of like this middle ground solution that kind of like one fits all. Because if you go to 5 seconds, that's a little too quick, especially for newbies, for new traders. If you go to 1 hour, that's then like what's most important in the beginning stages of trading? It is important to gain as much experience as you can, as fast as you can. So in order to actually gain that experience, all you need to do is you need to be opening trades, a lot of trades, and also analyzing those trades. So it's a simple process: action, result, analysis, updates to the system, and it goes rinse and repeat process over and over again. So you start with doing something, then you get the results, you evaluate these results, and then it's rinse and repeat process again, over and over again. And in order to do that, you need to open many trades. So you need to pursue a few goals. So one of them is to actually you need to get desensitized from like pain. That means that you need to get desensitized from losses. The best solution would be to actually open many trades in the amount of $1. So they choose the minimum amount, like $1, and just keep trading. And then you need to get used to opening many trades, and at the same time you need to use those amounts of money that don't really hurt. So for example, you open like $1 trades, that's not gonna hurt. I mean, like these $10 trades for me, it's like it's pretty nothing. I don't feel much. I feel something when I open a trade in the amount of $1,000, and then I can lose $500. I still am not completely desensitized from that, but $1 trades, $2 trades, just open probably 100. Get rid of this fear of trading. So that's step number 1. Then step number 2 is pick a trading strategy. You can select any one of our trading strategies. Start with simple. Start with sliding averages. There is a brief tutorial about this strategy, about how this strategy works, what are setups with this strategy, and like what else. And yeah, here is a brief YouTube tutorial. So there is tons of information about that. So get this market knowledge here, and then just open another 50 trades, and then after 50 trades, see or check whether this strategy works for you or not, and then try some next strategy. Try for example, Kind Martin strategy. All right, so try Excel strategy. So 50 trades with this strategy, and after having tried 2, 3, 4, 5 trading strategies, you will start to feel. So it's all about like this gut feeling, right? Before, whenever we look at someone playing some computer game or like this Let's Play or something, well, do we learn actually how to play this game? Do we have the same feelings? Do we experience the same feelings as a person who's playing it? No, we don't, or we aren't experiencing that. So what we need to do in this case, we actually need to to do the job ourselves. And once we do this job ourselves, we start to realize, all right, so this strategy works, that strategy doesn't work. So it's all about trying different methods, different strategies, etc., and gaining experience. So even though something might not work along the way, you are still going to get some experience. All right. So all right, good. Guys, let's move on with the next question. I hope I answered that. Okay. Yeah, so I actually Ochai, I started answering the second part of your question, and then basically I also spilled over to the first part of your question. So how can I become a successful trader? It's all about gaining experience. It's all about actually trading, opening many trades, and also not just blindly opening those trades, but actually analyzing those trades and getting some results, and actually looking at those results and getting some feedback. All right. Guys, the next question. Whenever I trade on Forex, okay, I answered that. Right. Hey, Easy Pesa is working or not? I deposit $30 using promo code. I'm waiting. Well, I think your payment method, yes, all our payment methods, they work. So once, if there is something that like usually, I mean, like whatever payment methods are available in your cabinet, all of them work. Okay, so I will also want to highlight once again our crypto payment methods, which are USDT. You can use Tron network or Ethereum network or blockchain to say it right, and also you can use the Binance blockchain. So all these three payment methods with USDT are available for both making deposits and replenishment and withdrawals, and you're going to have a special USDT account. So it's kind of different from my current account. So this is my real United States dollar account, not the USDT account. So it's one different thing. But then once you've opened that account, so all your deposits and withdrawals, they become faster, easier, and also cheaper, because the commission there is so little, and I think it's as little as maybe $1 or $3. All right. So how many trades did you place this week? So far, not so many trades. The week has just begun. I have a few Forex trades which I've opened. I also opened this Forex trade. It's kind of obvious that we have this resistance level and ascending or this convergent triangle. So we have this one support level here, and the resistance level is there, and we are moving towards the breakdown, I think. So USD CAD, USD JPY, that's my also one of my trades which I opened following the trend, the current trend. So yeah, not so many trades yet, but we are going to have a nice trading session on Wednesday, guys. So you can watch my trading, watch me do some trades. All right. What would be the next question? Any signal for trading FTT? Guys, talking about signals, I would like to remind you that we have trading signals available for many assets. I think for the majority of assets, actually, except a few. So we need to click here, signals, both in our mobile applications and here as well on the platform. And we have subscription required. Okay, so I don't have a subscription for gold, but I should have a subscription for Euro USD. So yeah, and here we have so technical, scalping, swing. So, and here we have pretty much it pretty much shows the duration. So scalping 1 to 5 minutes, intraday 10 to 60 minutes, swing trades, longer ones, astro signals. So they are based on some, I don't know what they're actually based upon, but some astro, is it for astro index? I don't really use, well, I mean, it's impossible to use everything. So these astro signals are also available for purchase in our marketplace. So yes, there is tons of information. Astro index, astrology-based instruments, so major astro intraday. So yeah, basically you can use these. It's kind of like the same signals, but they use a different engine inside the signaling machine. All right. Brazil index, etc. And guys, yeah, you can try different assets, like I said. So swing trades are kind of like these or scalping are quick trades, intraday 10 to 60 minutes usually, maybe sometimes a little more. And then swing are kind of like these long-term trades, long-term signals. So you can try different ones of them, and you can always see whether these signals are profitable or not, because you can check the recent history of these signals and you can see them. Okay, so I don't really have any signals for you to trade, to copy my trades yet. I usually do that every Wednesday when my trading session actually does occur. And so yeah, guys, and in the meantime we have signals pretty much. Many people had been asking for us to add these signals, and eventually at some point of time we did add these signals. So sometimes if you don't feel like analyzing market yourself, you can follow the signals from our signaling machine. All right. So here's an interesting one. I'm 6 months followed live sessions as well. I have a big problem. I haven't used D doors for start trading. Kindly help me. If you can give me some USD, I can start my trading and I'll pay you back definitely. Well, guys, the point that I want to remind you once again is that you don't. Okay, so once again, bear with me, all right? So this famous expression that I like. So having a lot of money in your trading account doesn't make you a successful trader. That only makes you a trader with a lot of money in your account. But being a successful, profitable trader, that allows you to actually take any kind of investment amount and actually increase it and make it bigger. So that's the point. Even though you don't have money now, but I think almost everyone can afford, spending 10 or 20, like put aside or save for maybe 1 or 2 months, and then after you've gathered the necessary amount of maybe even $50. I don't really recommend starting with low amounts like $10, because you don't really have any room for maneuver, because once you start experiencing losses, all your deposit just vanishes. Like if you start with $10, then in case of kind of like this red sequence of trades, and then your deposit goes, just basically dies. Okay, so it's important to actually work with different things, and usually start with bigger. All right, so all right, guys, next question. Right. So yeah, spend some time gathering this money, and then make a deposit, and then start trading real. But don't try to like rush. Maybe the time has not become maybe the time has not come for you to actually start trading big. So keep trading, keep practicing low, and then once the time comes and you feel comfortable, then you will get what you deserve from the market. All right. So would you do fixed time? So not so much today. Please join my webinar on Wednesday. How can I understand the market direction correctly? Well, that is basically the most important skill in trading, the underlying skill in trading. What you need to do is you need to actually open many trades, use different trading strategies that we have, watch a number of webinars. In other words, to put it simple, you need to do your some part of your like tough or hard work, hard labor. So there aren't many shortcuts around. You actually need to practice. You need to trade. You need to open different trades, many trades, oftentimes, and then you get your trading experience, and based on that experience, you actually become a successful trader. There are not so many shortcuts, guys. It's all about like how to understand the market direction correctly. Well, you need to feel it, and you need to know what kind of which set of indicators one should use in this or that situation. All right. So, hi Thomas. From your trades, why selling Euro USD and USD CAD, they are not correlated? Yes, it's true, they are not really directly correlated, but sometimes it's okay to do that. I mean, like, not just sometimes, but sometimes I check out for this correlation, like Euro USD or GBP USD or USD JPY, which are kind of like in the opposite correlation. And sometimes it's okay to just trade those assets, certain assets independently. That's a different strategy. That's a different setups. So don't be afraid. That's a different approach. It's absolutely fine. Sometimes you wanna look for correlation, and sometimes you just completely ignore it. What about Brent 1-day time frame? All right, let's have a quick look at Brent. So we have Brent, and currently, what happened recently is that we have this breakout out of this convergent triangle. So we are still, as you can see, we're still in this downtrend. Like we have this downtrend, and then this also leads us downwards. But we are currently trading above the resistance level, and I think from here we can actually go up. Okay, so that's pretty much my analysis on 1-day time frame. As you can see, we have this support level, which can easily be drawn. I think it's very like easily, like really well visible here. We also have this another line of resistance, and we also have this horizontal resistance area. So talking from the technical perspective, and also I think we have a lot of support for this idea in the fundamental side of things, is that we are bound for up trade. So like up trades, I think that can happen. And yeah, uptrend is about to continue, I think. All right. Michael Onyango, is it because of the upcoming non-farm payrolls so that you can still make a profit on your side? Well, yeah, I think that basically continues your question about Euro USD and USD CAD. So I think I will have enough time to close my trades by Friday, I think. So I will see. Okay, so Friday is still four trading days away from now, from this moment of time. So I think that will be all right. And on Friday, what I would probably do. So yes, everyone should be cautious about non-farm payrolls, because during such news releases, what usually happens is that we might have a slippage when your stop loss, for example, is set at 90 and your trade or gets executed by stop loss at 91. So that is true, that can be the case, and that is a danger of such important and strong news as non-farm, because oftentimes you have the so-called slippage, because there are requotes, there is no there are no trades. So yeah, any signal for forex right now? Well, guys, I think I've mentioned some of my signals, and also it's not too late to actually open more trades on Brent. Hi, Thomas. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, Mustafa. Shall I open an up trade in Brent? Well, I think I've just described my vision of Brent. I think we are in this real breakout situation, and fundamentally speaking, I think the demand is there, and I don't see the OPEC plus countries to increase production, to increase oil output anytime soon. I just don't feel, I just don't, it just doesn't seem like they are willing to do so in the near future. I don't know, it just doesn't seem so. Doesn't look like that. All right, what's good amount to start trading in Forex? Well, you have to take into account that Forex is usually, well, I would probably say on average it's 20 times slower than FTT, or maybe even 50 times slower. So usually on Forex, in order to gain some interesting gains, some significant gains, you need to have more money in your account, just because the mechanics is so different. So FTT, it's one thing and Forex is different. So probably I wouldn't really recommend to start with any less than $200. Like if you want to just touch base on Forex, maybe you can start with $100 and just, yeah, I mean, like no one makes you to open trades in huge volumes, right? On the OLYMP TRADE platform, which is very like ultra flexible, you can start with $1 and open trades with a multiplier of 50, 100, 200, 500, etc. So just try $1. I mean, you're not gonna get rich or you're not gonna get poor by trading $1, but that will allow you to gain some experience in the beginning stages of trading. So that's also quite important. What is good returns for a month? Wow. Well, guys, what are good returns? Well, it actually depends on your risk appetite, and for some people 50% is not enough, and for some people 1000% is not enough. So it's up to you. We all come from different backgrounds, money wise, and speaking about money. So I don't think that we can use this one fit all approach. So try different. I think I personally am satisfied with what I make every month, and I don't really measure this in percents, because some months, and once again, I would like to remind you that I have a lot of investments in other forms of like cryptos and stocks, and for a few months the market can remain still, and then in January Bitcoin grows. Bitcoin appreciates from 16,000 up to 24,000, like a 50%. And before that, it has stayed in that range for like 2-3 months. So it's kind of difficult. Like, don't set unrealistic goals for yourself, because if you set a goal of making 100% profits from your, say, $5,000 deposit in 1 month, then maybe the market will not be very volatile during that month. And then, but the next month you can make like 5,000 or 6,000%. Maybe the market the stars have aligned perfectly, and the market just goes in your direction, and it's trendy and it's active, and so on and so forth. Guys, I would like to thank you all for attention. I think I will be wrapping up here. Once again, I would like to invite you to my webinar, which will take place on Wednesday. And for as of now, I wish you all good luck in trading. I wish you all improvements in your trading strategies and in your like overall trading, from talking about it from any sides. So guys, thank you very much. I will see you soon, and good luck in trading. So good luck and bye-bye. And don't forget to press the like button if you liked my webinar, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss our next webinars. Thomas signing out. Good luck, and I will see you soon.